Graduates from other colleges and universities are joining us. Glenville State University, Bridgewater College, West Virginia State University could not be with us today, Frostburg State University, James Madison University, Pierpont Community and Technical College. I now invite the faculty of Fairmont State University to join us. The College of Business and Aviation. The College of Education, Health and Human Performance. The College of Liberal Arts. The College of Nursing. The College of Science and Technology. I now invite the administration of Fairmont State University to join us. Members of the Board of Governors of Fairmont State University to join us. I now invite distinguished guests to join join us. West Virginia Delegate Joey Garcia, West Virginia Delegate Mike Oliverio, President of Pierpont Community and Technical College, Dr. Mylan Hayward, President of the Fairmont State Foundation, Dr. Ann Bolliard, President of the Fairmont State Alumni Association, Mr. Nick Fantasia, President of the Fairmont State Athletic Association, Mr. Craig Jennings, President of the Student Government Association, Mr. Ashton Loudon, Chair of the Staff Council, Mr. Spencer Flanagan, President of the Faculty Senate, Dr. Robert Mitchell, who is carrying the university mace, University of Georgia graduate student, Mr. Xavier Williams. I now invite President Michael K. Davis and Board of Governors Chair Rusty Hudson to join us. Please stand for the presentation of colors by the Fairmont State University cadets of the West Virginia University Army and Air Force Reserve Officer Training Corps. After the presentation of colors, please remain standing as Fairmont State Senior Frankie Satterfield leads our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. As we begin today's festivities, Fairmont State University expresses our gratitude to the many distinguished guests who honor us with their presence here today, including our Board of Governors members, Mr. David Goldberg, Jason Pizzatella, Wendy Adkins, Jason Henderson, Jennifer Kenty, Deborah Prezioso, Jay Puccio, John Dodds, and Gina Fantasia. Fairmont State Foundation Board Chair, Ms. Dixie Yan, and board members. Fairmont State Alumni Association board members. Fairmont State Athletic Association board members. Elected officials, West Virginia Delegate Phil Mallow, West Virginia Senator Mike Oliverio, Mike DeVault, Fairmont City Council Rick Garcia, and Belinda Biafor. Family and friends and colleagues of Dr. Davis, including debate colleagues, colleagues from James Madison University, friends from Harrisonburg, Virginia, the mayor of the city of Harrisonburg, Virginia, Deanna Reed, Rockingham County Clerk of Court, Chaz Haywood, former debater Joel Lemuel, his debate partner, Isaac Castillo, his friend growing up in Connecticut, Pat Gardner, his childhood best friend, Chris Fike, his mother-in-law, Linda Cockrell, his mother, Paula Davis, and her wife, Evelyn Button, his wife, Alicia, and their daughter, Emmy. Thank you all for being here with us today. It is now my distinct honor to invite elected officials from North Central West Virginia and the leadership of our sister two-year institution to bring greetings. Please welcome West Virginia Delegate Joey Garcia, Mr. Oliverio, and Pierpont Community and Technical College President Dr. Mylan Hayward.
Good afternoon. President Davis, members of the Board of Governors, faculty, staff, students, alumni, community members, friends, family, and other distinguished guests. My name is Joey Garcia, and I'm honored to deliver greetings as a member of the West Virginia House of Delegates. And again, we've got, and I know at least two of my colleagues out here in Delegate Mallow and Delegate DeVault that I'm happy to represent this county with. I represent the district in which we've gathered here today to celebrate the transition in leadership at Fairmont State University and the vision of President Michael Davis in recommitting to its mission of educating the next generation of leaders in the state of West Virginia and across the globe. Now, one of my favorite books is Start With Why by a man named Simon Sinek. In this book, he talks about leadership, saying the role of a leader is not to come up with all the great ideas. The role of the leader is to create an environment in which great ideas can happen. So I first met President Davis almost by accident at a place where a lot of good ideas happen. Short Story Brewing in Reesville. I was introduced to him. I congratulated him on coming to Fairmont State, and I was immediately struck by his passion. We discussed ideas for improving Fairmont State University and his vision to make this university a community-driven institution that partners with other institutions like Pierpont Community and Technical College, that partners with our local municipalities and our counties in this catchment area, and that strives to be a leader in West Virginia and beyond. And needless to say, I was impressed. But I often meet people who are good at talking, That happens in politics. As we all know, it's harder to walk the walk. But as I've watched over the last 9 months, I've seen President Davis create community coffee meetings, open mic sessions. I've seen him show up at community events, meet with boards and nonprofits, figure out how to become a part of this community, and literally act as a cheerleader, cheering on Fairmont State University's women's basketball team here recently. So I have also seen him on a personal level proactively and successfully advocate with the West Virginia legislature for more resources and really empower his team to pioneer a first of its type in West Virginia middle college, a program that would support and educate foster kids, one of the most important and pressing issues that we see in the state of West Virginia. It's for all these reasons that I'm very proud that President Davis is methodically creating that environment where great ideas and great results can happen at Fairmont State University. I'm grateful to be here today to wish his administration all the best and offer my full support and our full support as a legislature and the House of Delegates in every way possible going forward. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon and welcome. So excited to see such a big turnout of the Fairmont family today. The Oliverio family has been intertwined with the Fairmont State family for about 8 decades now, with aunts and uncles, my father and my brother being graduates, and we're very proud of this institution. I've had an opportunity as your state senator to serve with many of the former presidents, Bob Dillman, Janet Dudley Eschbach. My father led that search that hired her, the first female president hired at a college or university in West Virginia. Dale Bradley, Tom Kreppel, had an opportunity to work with all of those folks. And what I see in our new president is a passion and an enthusiasm unlike anything I've ever seen. And so I'm so excited that he will be leading this institution for many years now. I'm here today also on behalf of the State Senate to bring greetings. Ben Queen, my colleague in the State Senate, was originally slated to deliver these remarks, but he was following a call of our Senate President, and the call of our Senate President is to grow the population in West Virginia. And so I'm happy to report that yesterday Ben Queen and his wife Meredith welcomed the newest Falcon at West Virginia University Hospitals. So Ben obviously couldn't be here. He sends his greetings. All of us in the State Senate are excited about this new chapter in the history of Fairmont State. I want to mention 2 former senators that are here. Senator Mark Anthony Manchin, that served on the Finance Committee and directed monies to Fairmont State many years ago. And I want to recognize our longtime State Senator Roman Prezioso. Roman has been a champion for Fairmont State. Roman and I voted 20 years ago to rename this institution Fairmont State University. We're very proud of that vote. But in closing, I spoke to my friend Craig Earhart earlier today and asked him what I should say today. And Craig said, just be brief, Michael. It's a long program following you. So Craig Earhart, I'm going to follow your advice. I'm going to be brief. I'm going to just say how proud I am to be here. I want to tell you that your new president has been to the state capitol this legislative session and made an incredibly favorable response with members of the Senate, so much so that additional funding was directed to help with the foster program that Delegate Garcia mentioned. And so I think great times are ahead for the Fairmont State family. Proud to be here and join in this celebration. And everybody please say a prayer for Ben and Meredith Queen and their new son, that maybe one day he'll be a Falcon as well. Thank you.
Good evening, friends, colleagues, and community members. On behalf of Pierpont Community and Technical College, I am honored to extend my warmest greetings to Dr. Michael Davis, his family, and Fairmont State University. Pierpont is now West Virginia's 9th standalone community and technical college and home to dozens of FSU alums, friends, and family members. Since arriving in West Virginia, Mike and I have been humored at times by public recognition of our friendship. Of course we are friends. With apologies to Abraham Lincoln, a house or region divided against itself cannot stand, much less serve the family or families it is called to serve. To me, the future success of West Virginia rests in part on its support of the unique and vital missions of both its legacy universities and newer community and technical colleges. I am both inspired by Mike's view of Fairmont State as the best regional university in the state and confident of his support for Pierpont's mission-focused aspirations. I knew Mike was a friend the first time we met at one of Fairmont's beloved eateries. He referenced remarks I made during my on-campus interview on the value of love as motivation for service. Presuming sufficient technical competencies and resources, the fruits of love, such as inclusion, trust, respect, opportunities for growth, and support, are what people and human systems need to succeed. The message resonated with Mike because of the quality of his character. His love for service is rooted in his personal and professional mission, not in personal benefit. The stewardship of educators and educational leaders requires humility and responsibility from those who are called to serve. The parabolic lesson of the sower reminds us of the enormous potential for most seeds and people to grow when planted in good soil. However, there are numerous threats to human development, including indifference, pride, deceitfulness of riches, the cares of this world, and sadly, those who would discourage the growth and development of others. Given the need in our world for educated, responsible, and hope-filled citizens, educators and educational leaders are responsible to amend the soil at times to meet the needs of students. Any learning that leads humans to grow and develop benefits individuals, families, and communities. I am confident Fairmont State will continue to cultivate fertile soil in this region, in part because of the leader it elected to follow in President Davis. Mike, congratulations on your investiture as university president. And to Fairmont State, best wishes for your continued success in service.
I now invite, that was very moving, thank you, gentlemen. I now invite the leadership of Fairmont State University's affiliated organizations to bring greetings. Please welcome Fairmont State Foundation President, Dr. Ann Bolliard, Fairmont State Alumni Association President, Mr. Nick Fantasia, and Fairmont State Athletic Association President, Mr. Craig Jennings.
Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you for joining us today on the campus of Fairmont State University to celebrate the inauguration and investiture of Dr. Michael K. Davis as our 27th president. I'm honored to be here today as part of this event and representing the Fairmont State Foundation. Earlier this year, Dr. Davis shared that he'd learned several qualities about West Virginians since the Davis family arrived in June 2023. Some of these indelible qualities that we share are what's important in our lives, our honest and direct opinion. We are connected to our communities and have unfailing pride and dedication to our state to exceed all expectations. Dr. Davis, at this time, I'm going to share my direct opinion of you. I am simply going to share that my honest opinion is that you embody these qualities in a brief amount of time, truly have become a West Virginian. By engaging with our alumni, our community, faculty, staff, and students, you use these experiences and opinions to guide your unfailing leadership and commitment to Fairmont State University. Everyone has a unique Fairmont State story. In these stories, we hear about lessons learned, the championships that have been won, the curiosities that have been found, and memories that have been made. We hear about the professors, coaches, administrators, and mentors that have provided guidance and opportunities that change the lives of our students. We hear about the relationships built on these experiences that have followed individuals for a lifetime, and we've become a community of our own. These stories come from every generation of our alumni, as well as friends with one common theme: Fairmont State truly is a caring community. Dr. Davis, your dedication and service to Fairmont State University, as well as this region of West Virginia, will change our communities and will continue to be a unifying force. This is evident today by everyone that's present: alumni, retired faculty have joined current faculty, staff, and students, elected officials, and community members. Dr. Davis plans to honor what we have always known and build upon a vision that will thrive not only at Fairmont State University, throughout West Virginia and beyond. I would like to conclude my remarks by congratulating Dr. Davis on his investiture, wishing him the absolute best in this worthy endeavor, and thanking him for embracing what I have known for quite some time, that he is a true West Virginian. Thank you.
Mr. President, Mrs. Davis, our esteemed platform guests, my fellow Falcons, on behalf of the over 30,000 active graduates in more than 13 countries and in all 50 states, the Fairmont State Alumni Association brings warm greetings and a hearty welcome to our newest president. Nearly 160 years ago, a group of leaders felt in order for our community to grow, it needed an institution to train and energize a professional workforce for the growth and the prosperity that our community laid wait in the future. 160 years later, that look to the future remains the keystone of Fairmont State University. Now with over 80 degree programs and as many community partnerships, Fairmont State is the conductor for forward movement of our region. On this afternoon of inauguration for President Davis, the Alumni Association welcomes our new president and his family and entrusts that these future graduates who are with us today will benefit from his leadership and his vision as present alumni have benefited from our president's past. You have our collective best wishes and know that the Alumni Association will always be ready to help in your advancements of our College on the Hill. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Dr. Davis' vision of Fairmont State is a great place to learn, to work, and to call home. This reminds me of the story of a young man 25 years ago who came to this campus to fulfill a lifelong dream, to play football at the collegiate level. Through the trials and tribulations of a walk-on student athlete, this young man went on to be part of the team for 5 years, and his senior year was even one of the team captains. Along the way, he also received a degree in civil engineering, and for a while was president of the American Society of Civil Engineers. Most importantly, though, during that time here at Fairmont State, he met a young lady who was a 3-time national championship cheerleader. 20 years later, 18 years of marriage and a couple wonderful kids, he was asked to offer greetings at the inauguration of Fairmont State's 27th president. As that young man stands here in front of you today with a little more gray in his beard, I can in fact claim this place is a great place to learn, to work, to call home. But I wonder if that's strong enough, as this institution has been life-changing for me and so many others. Fairmont State gives kids from towns like Fellows,ville, West Virginia, the opportunity to grow in ways they could not imagine as children. So for me and many, Fairmont State is not only a great place, it's truly a perfect place. I'm sure Dr. Davis wants nothing else but for the people to become the absolute best version of themselves, where families can take pride in what their children have inspired to be, and where dreams come true. One of the ways they can do that is by coming to a great place to learn, a great place to work, and a great place to call home. A perfect place where all parts of life can start, a place like Fairmont State University. Thank you.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my home. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say, it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head, a million dreams are keeping me awake. For the world we're gonna make. There's a house making love, and inside is love. If there's no far away, special things I can hide on each one hand and make me smile on a day.
Finally, I invite the leadership of our key campus constituencies to bring greetings. Please welcome Student Government Association President Ashton Loudon, Chair of the Staff Council Spencer Flanagan, and President of the Faculty Senate Dr. Robert Mitchell.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for attending the inauguration of President Mike Davis. I am pleased to see a room filled with esteemed guests and supporters of Dr. Davis in our distinguished institution. Dr. Davis serves as the president to many of my peers, those of whom are here today. But to me, he is nothing less of a mentor and someone who has given me a sense of direction. Being the student government president is challenging, and I have felt overwhelmed at times because I lack direction. Dr. Davis and I meet for lunch regularly, and through his ideas for the university, I decided the SGA would focus on improving our home for our current students and accepting our prospect students with wider arms. During many of our meetings, students approach Dr. Davis. I admire that he knows students by name and he will follow up with them about their latest achievements. I am honored to serve alongside a charismatic leader with strong ambition who never starts a response with the word no. The word no, as Dr. Davis stresses, is the most detrimental response to initiatives within higher education. Instead, he believes that there are specific times for everything. To you, Dr. Davis, I wish you the best of luck with your 20-year leadership that will transform Fairmont State University into something grander for those who seek higher education. Fairmont State University is a great place to learn, a great place to work, and a great place to call home. I do not doubt that Dr. Davis will continue to uncover this hidden gem and share its potential with the world. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Dr. Davis, members of the board, distinguished guests, esteemed members of the community, colleagues, students, and friends. It is with a great honor and privilege that I extend a warm welcome to Fairmont State University as we gather to commemorate a significant milestone, the official installation of Dr. Michael Davis as our institution's next president. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Spencer Flanagan. I'm the staff council chair here. And throughout my tenure, I have borne witness to a period of what I would say rapid transformation. Occasional turbulence, seatbelt signs should be on, and that's all happened within our university walls in a very short amount of time. At times, the effects of these changes have been extreme and affecting not merely a select few, but our entire community. We've experienced moments of uncertainty, and I've seen that, and I've felt it among my colleagues, and frankly, it's a scary place to be. In that moment, the path forward can seem and has seemed elusive and uncertain. Today, however, I stand before you with confidence. For those of you that know me, I like to say that I'm an easygoing fella, and I'm always a little hopeful and a little optimistic. But today, I stand with you with extreme confidence, proclaiming that today is a new day. I've had the privilege to work alongside Dr. Davis for about 9 months now. And Dr. Nish, please don't judge my math if I mathed wrong on that. I appreciate it. And his profound embrace of both our university and surrounding community has been nothing short of inspiring. We've talked a little bit about what it means to be a West Virginian. And sometimes us West Virginians know it's not easy to accept people who aren't West Virginians, right? I'll admit it. I've seen that, though, in Dr. Davis, and it's been an incredible process to witness unfold. It's not easy for a lot of folks to come in and really be welcomed home. But likewise, the reciprocal warmth with which he has been received by both entities speaks volumes. We've hinted a little bit at his vision. I'm steadfast in my belief of that vision. I eagerly anticipate embarking on this journey with each and every one of you. Dr. Davis envisions Fairmont State as not merely a place of learning, but as an exemplar of excellence, a place to flourish academically, professionally, and personally. Something he said to me that struck out to me was, that resonated with me personally, was I don't want to be the best small institution in the state of West Virginia. I want to be the best institution in the state of West Virginia. And this resonates deeply with me because for Fairmont State, it's become more than an alma mater. It is now my home. During the most difficult time of my life, I walked through these halls, and it has remained a steadfast anchor, shaped my journey and defined my sense of belonging. They poke fun at me with the moniker Falcons for life, but it rings true, as Fairmont has become an inseparable part of my identity. I wholeheartedly embrace this vision for our institution because I know, without a shadow of a doubt, that Fairmont is and will continue to be a beacon of greatness. As we stand at the precipice of tomorrow, I personally am filled with optimism, knowing that our collective efforts will pave the way for a future that is as bright as it is promising. So please let us remember that the strength of Fairmont State lies not only in its physical structures, like this beautiful Falcon Center, or our academic programs, but in the education and passion of its people. As we move forward under the guidance of Dr. Davis, let's remain steadfast in our commitment to fostering an inclusive, innovative, and nurturing environment, one where every member of our community can thrive and excel. With unity and purpose and unwavering determination, let us write the next chapter of Fairmont State's storied history, ensuring that our legacy is one of resilience, excellence, and boundless opportunity for generations to come. Thank you. Congratulations, sir. And may our journey ahead be marked by continued growth, prosperity, and shared success. Thank you.
Dr. Davis, colleagues, esteemed guests, and friends, it is my great honor to bring greetings to you all from the faculty of Fairmont State University. Today we celebrate a new chapter in our institution's history, the inauguration of a new president to lead us. This is a day to celebrate Fairmont State, as well as a day to remember that we all play a role in the success of this institution. As the faculty of Fairmont State, each of us is charged with upholding an unwavering commitment to academic excellence, the pursuit of truth, and the betterment of our society through education and innovation. I know that we are at times an unruly and irascible bunch, myself excluded, of course, but we are passionate about our charge and we work hard to uphold it. Dr. Davis, as it is our charge as faculty to maintain those values, so we charge you today with supporting and empowering the faculty. The powers of the presidency can be used in many ways, sometimes for good and sometimes for ill. The mace I carried is a fitting sign of this power, a weapon of aggression initially used for the defense of the official. You likewise will have a unique set of tools that you will have to choose how to use, whether to build or destroy, promote or tear down. We, the faculty, need you to always keep the academic purpose of Fairmont State at the forefront of your decision-making. Help faculty do their job. That is the core of what we are. Faculty, today we celebrate the dawning of a new era in the life of this university. This president brings energy, experience, vision, and, I believe, a genuine desire to make Fairmont State the best it can be. I believe that his success is Fairmont State's success, and we owe him our support and collaboration for the sake of the institution we all cherish. In closing, I wish to express the heartfelt appreciation of the faculty to President Davis for taking up this mantle. We have put our trust in you to lead us through the years ahead. May your tenure as president be marked by the growth, prosperity, and academic excellence of Fairmont State University. Thank you.
We
Before we go any further, please join me in recognizing the Fairmont State University Wind Ensemble with conductor Alyssa Schwartz, also the Fairmont State University Collegiate Singers and Community Choir with director and accompanist John Morrison. Thank you for the beautiful music you have provided to us today. Can we give them a round of applause? Thank you. If you spend any amount of time with President Davis, you will likely hear the name Xavier Williams. The two first became acquainted at James Madison University, and after earning his Bachelor of Music degree, Xavier went on to the University of Georgia, where he is currently working on his Master of Education degree. I now invite Mr. Williams to introduce President Davis.
Well, I'm a little excited. Good afternoon, Fairmont State University. Good afternoon. I'm quite the vibrant speaker. My name's Xavier Williams, and I'm excited and honored to introduce the 27th president of Fairmont State University, Dr. Michael K. Davis. Many of you have known him as President Mike or Dr. Davis, but I have called him boss, mentor, family, friend, and an inspiration for the past 5 years. Now, there are many Mike and Xavier stories that I can share over these past 5 years, and I have been waiting for this moment. So excuse me. I hope you're ready, Mike. I took a good note here and got all of my speeches together. So let's start at the beginning. Okay, I'm not going to do that because then we'll be here all day. So I'll just throw this in here. But if you'll indulge me, I want to read a little bit and share a little bit about how Dr. Davis and I and our paths crossed. It was during my first year at JMU in the Centennial Scholars Program when I started and shared with our assistant director that I would like to work in the president's office. Now, anyone that knows me knows that 49% of me was joking, 51% of me was serious. But during this conversation, I said that I wanted to work in the president's office, and a week later, I received an email from Dr. Davis that he learned of my interest and wanted to have a meeting to see what the possibilities were for me to join the office. Now, at that moment, I believe we did not recognize what the future would hold for us and the great relationship that would come from it. But 4 years later, we have worked together, we've traveled together, we've collaborated on projects together, we cried together, we celebrated each other's major milestones together. So when he asked me to give this introduction, the person that's my mentor, person who took me under his wing and showed me that dreams really can come true, I shed a few tears and quickly agreed. However, I realized that I did not want this to just be a normal introduction. That's not who Mike is. Instead, I would like to share 3 key characteristics that come to mind when I think about my boss, mentor, and friend. First, Mike is committed to collaboration and innovation. And for the past 3 years now, Mike and I have kind of discussed the moment that he would step into the presidency position. We would go back and forth, exchanging different ideas, sharing what we would do differently, and sharing our perspectives on the current landscape of higher education. At the core of every suggestion that Mike gave, the constant theme surrounded the idea of collaboration and innovation. Collaboration and innovation are crucial more than ever in driving progress, fostering growth, and addressing the complex challenges in various contexts. With Mike's commitment to collaboration and innovation, though, I can tell you it's a very special moment if he tells you to come to the table and work with him. Not because he's the president, but because he sees something in you. He sees the grind of students on the field and in the classroom, the passion that faculty have to teach and support students, the commitment of staff to make this a place where everyone can belong, and the desire of all stakeholders to come together and uplift Fairmont's legacy and mission. And honestly, I'll speak for him a little bit and say that he needs you. He needs your ideas, he needs your experiences, because he understands that the university's aspirations can only be achieved through collaborative efforts and dedication to reimagining how we do our work in higher education. Secondly, Mike is committed to strengthening connections. And I've known Mike to be the catalyst for forging meaningful connections that empower, engage, and encourage the individuals and communities he's connected with to thrive. When Mike sees something in you, he then takes time to invest in you by connecting you with those he knows can help you reach your goals and aspirations. When I became serious about pursuing higher education, any meeting, conversation, presentation, event, or person that Mike could connect me with to help me along my journey, he made it happen. When I began my grad school search, Mike was one of the individuals in my corner and served as the bridge builder for me now to call his alma mater, the University of Georgia, my new home as well. The special thing, though, is that his intentions remained pure. He never wanted to receive credit or recognition, but simply had a desire to help and improve the lives of those around him. He understands the power of human connections and actively seeks opportunities to bring people together, bridge gaps in communication, seek areas for greater understanding to maximize the resources that are available. And whether through professional collaborations or personal mentorship, Mike's commitment to strengthening connections is rooted in his unique ability to foster meaningful and intentional relationships. And lastly, Mike is committed to community. And while Mike is committed to this characteristic, I'll speak for the Davis family and say this is the heart of both Mike, Alicia, and Emmy. When I came to visit Mike, Alicia, and Emmy in December, you would have thought they were all born and raised in this community. Their love for this university and how they talked about the rich history and people, Fairmont, Marion, and Harrison counties, their passion for this university's potential to be the beacon of light for the state of West Virginia was something very special. I learned early from Mike that community is essential to any institution's success. Mike does not shy away from getting out to show his support by attending athletic games, walking around campus and simply saying hi to all he comes across, supporting the local shops and restaurants, meeting business owners in the community, and spreading the good things about the institution across the state and beyond. This is simply the person that Mike is. And during my graduate school search, I texted Mike one day and I asked him, I wanted to get his thoughts on the role public universities have in preparing students to be productive contributors to the world. And Mike responded, a public university serves the public. It serves students first, but that cannot be at the exclusion of faculty, staff, and the community. Students succeed best when all of these factors succeed collectively. So I can tell you that Mike, Alicia, and Emmy are people I know who care deeply about the success of this institutional community, the local community, and the greater higher education community in West Virginia. So I'll conclude by saying this. It feels like it was yesterday when Mike and I were in the car driving around Harrisonburg when he received the call to become the president of this great institution. And ever since then, I've been praying for the institution's leadership, the faculty, the staff, and the students. Today's investiture is symbolic, but the significance of it surpasses the immediate occasion focused on just one individual. Today's marks the mutual agreement between the president and this remarkable community, reflecting a collective dedication and expectation to uphold and advance the institution's mission, vision, and values. It's in times such as these that I look to Ecclesiastes 3, which shares these famous words, "To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven." And Ecclesiastes 3 speaks to the rhythm of change in life, and despite those changes, whether they're good or bad, there is still purpose in everything. As you all enter into a new season of leadership with new vision, new ideas, partnerships, and initiatives, I leave you with this simple phrase, that the time is now. The time is now for Fairmont to aspire and inspire, to innovate and collaborate, to glow, to grow, to motivate, celebrate, lead, and succeed, to believe and to achieve. That the time is now to be the model of excellence in education, how innovation can guide strategic approaches, and how intentional collaboration can boost student success. The time is now for Fairmont to become the best regional university in West Virginia, the best place for all to learn in an environment that challenges them to be critical thinkers, and world changers, to work in an environment that holds true to the core values of this institution and takes pride in the collective efforts to see this community succeed, and to call home. Because while this is an institution of higher learning, it is a big family where all can belong, believe, and become anything that they set their mind to. And oh, by the way, the time is now to welcome the leader who is ready, willing, and able to not just lead this institution to greater heights, but also work in intentional collaboration to see the flourishing of what may be impossible become possible. He's prepared for the journey ahead, and I'm confident that the best is not yet to come under his leadership, but is already taking place now. So President Davis, Fairmont State University, community members, friends, and family, the time is now. Thank you.
An investiture is the formal ceremony of conferring the authority and symbols of high office. It is an academic ceremony which has symbolized the pursuit of knowledge since the Middle Ages, and it is one of the most important events of any university. Fairmont State University considers the investiture of Dr. Michael Davis as an opportunity to welcome a new era. The ceremony reminds us of the trust and confidence that we repose in our new president. Donning the mantle of responsibility, he shall pledge to dispense his duties to the best of his ability. Mr. Hudson, Chair of the Fairmont State University's Board of Governors, will officially install Dr. Michael K. Davis as the 27th President of Fairmont State University. Chair Hudson and President Davis, would you please come forward? The presidential chain of office is bestowed upon each president by Fairmont State University's Board of Governors. The university's seal is the centerpiece of the medallion and highlights Fairmont State University's core values of scholarship, opportunity, achievement, and responsibility. A ceremonial chain was cast to encircle the presidential medallion. The presidential chain of office is used in conjunction with all ceremonial academic affairs events and is worn any time the president dons academic regalia. It is regarded as part of the enduring legacy and permanent insignia of office. The mace was a formidable weapon in medieval times. However, since the 16th century in England and America, it has become a symbol of office, order, and governance. In higher education institutions, the mace is a symbol of the legal and chartered authority of the president to whom the Board of Governors has delegated authority. Fairmont State University's mace was crafted from native cherry wood and bears an early seal of the university.
All right. Big moment. By placing the presidential medallion around his neck and the mace in his hands, and under the authority vested in me by the governor of the state of West Virginia as chair of the Board of Governors of Fairmont State University, I hereby confer upon Dr. Michael K. Davis the presidency of Fairmont State University with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Please join me in congratulating Fairmont State University's 27th president, Mike Davis.
It's funny, I have a line in this speech that says, this is the point where I'm going to cry, but those of you who know me know there's going to be a lot of it. So get ready. Thank you all for being here today. I appreciate each of you making time to celebrate this important occasion. The good news is you won't have to attend another Fairmont State presidential inauguration for 20 years. So. This is a special day for me, and I am very aware that I did not get here on my own. So I'd like to start with some thank yous to those who helped me get to this stage today. First, to the Fairmont State Board of Governors, I'm deeply moved by the faith you put in me when you selected me as the 27th president and the unwavering support you've given to me over the past 9 months. Your service to Fairmont State University will lead us into a bright, secure future and ensure that we are serving the people of West Virginia, our local communities, and members of the Fairmont State family in every way we can. To the students, faculty, and staff of Fairmont State University, I have the best job in the world. Sorry. I know that sounds like a line, but I mean it. I truly love Fairmont State, and you are the reason why. I see how hard you work and how much you put into making this a great place. And I also know the best is yet to come. As I've learned your names, so many names, what you're passionate about and what drives you, I've discovered what I really love about being president. I get to be part of people finding themselves, exploring their passions, and doing what they love every single day. So when I wake up, I am energized because I know that amazing things are happening on our campus. And I'm excited to find ways to support all of the things that you love and care about. To our alumni, I was not lucky enough to have attended Fairmont State University, but hey, nobody's perfect. But you've accepted me as one of your own. Each time you tell me about the time you were here and your vision for the future, I am inspired. The enormity of the responsibility to carry on your legacy is not lost on me, and I am driven to make you all proud. To my friends in Fairmont, Marion, and Harrison counties, and the entire state of West Virginia, I lived in Harrisonburg, Virginia for 17 years, and my family and I built an amazing life there. Harrisonburg taught me it was okay to love a place, and I'll be honest, I was nervous about leaving behind what we had built. I worried it would be hard to feel connected and that we'd be seen as outsiders. Wow, was I wrong. From day one, it's been obvious to me that you care about this university. You have welcomed us as part of the community. And it's not just the big things, like being here today or showing up huge on Day of Giving, but the hundreds of little things you do every day. Like bringing me Jan's hot dogs for breakfast, inviting me to your home on Christmas Eve, recommending great places to eat, including all the secret menu items, all of the things that make sure my family and I are adjusting well. These actions and hundreds more mean more to me than you could ever know. And I'm committed to partnering with you to make Fairmont State and the surrounding communities truly great. You don't make it to this point in life without an army of people making sure you succeed. So thank you to all my friends who traveled here from out of town. There are people from every stage of my life, which means there are lots of stories to be shared about me later. And as we watched the RSVPs rolled in, I was humbled by the fact that so many of you cared enough about me and my family to be here for this special day. I'm going to keep this part short, as my friends know what an emotional guy I am, but I do want you all to know this. I love you all, and I'm lucky to have each of you in my life. I would not be standing here without you. This is the part where I said I was going to cry, so I'm doing great. More importantly, thank you to my family. I'll skip the part where I say I'm going to cry. I am lucky beyond measure to have people in my life who support me every single day. They've seen the best in me, even when I wasn't my best self, and they are my motivation every day to be a better person. Many members of my family are no longer with us, but I know that my grandparents and my father-in-law would be overwhelmed with pride on this day. And I try to honor their memory as president by giving love freely and telling people they matter every chance I get. To Dale, Linda, and Evelyn, thank you for always being my cheerleaders. It's important to me to know that you have always had my back and supported me in everything I've done. I'm intentionally not looking at my family right now while I talk about them. I told them beforehand I wasn't going to look. To my mom, I get this from my mom, so you can blame her. When you were young when I was born, so I often say we grew up together. And I'm thrilled that we grow closer every year. I learned to be a leader from watching how my mom interacted with others. When I think things like, and you've heard me say these things over and over again, we are all a work in progress, or I insist that we give people a chance to improve, it's my mother's voice that I hear in my head, urging me to be patient and to always see the best in people. This is a place I absolutely knew I was going to cry. To my daughter, Emmy. Definitely not looking at you. I would not be standing here today without you giving me permission to upend our lives in pursuit of something truly special. When I think about my motivation for being a college president, a big part of it revolves around making the world a better place for you. I know you're going to change the world, and I'm just happy to have a front row seat. You're not supposed to cry too. I was looking for tissues. To my wife, Alicia, I've said this before, I'm amazed that you agreed to spend the rest of your life with a 26-year-old version of me. But you've always seen the best in me, even when I did not see it myself. You're the person who's pushed me to think about the world differently every day. You were the first person to nudge me towards being a university president. You're the most caring person I've ever met, and I'm privileged to share our life together. Jeez. Emmy and Alicia, you are my anchors in every storm, and you've been invested in this journey every step of the way. The fact that you were willing to buy into my vision for how I could lead and are willing to be there helping me every day means the world to me. All right, I'm through the thank yous. I'm still going to cry more, but that's okay. Thank you. I gotta look good for the pictures. So, when I first saw the announcement that Fairmont State University was looking for a new president, I told my family, this is the one. It's a public university in a beautiful location. It's the right size and close to lots of great places. So yes, it checked a lot of boxes. But lots of other universities meet that criteria as well. As I did my research, I found out there was something else about Fairmont State University, the city of Fairmont, Marion and Harrison counties, and the state of West Virginia that called to me. I wanted to be at a place where the potential was limitless, and this is it. Before I interviewed for the position, Xavier asked me, what's the one thing you want those who you meet to take away from your interview? And I told him, I want people to know that they are worthy of greatness and that I'm the person to help them get there. Every single day, I get to interact with people who are poised for greatness. When I come to work, I am driven by the fact that I am surrounded by individuals who just need some support. And that motivates me to show up when you need me, to fight for you when outside forces question your expertise, and to cheer on your successes as if they are my own, not just on this campus, but in the community and across the state. Over the past 9 months, I've supported you, I've listened to you, and what you've told me loud and clear is you need Fairmont State University to be great for the good of our students, faculty, and staff. And we need to be great for the good of our alumni, for the good of our communities, and for the good of the state. We are ready for this moment. All we have to do is believe that we are worthy of greatness. Fairmont State University must be the best university in the state. I'll say it again. Fairmont University must be the best university in the state. But what does it mean to be the best? What makes a university great? Greatness starts with people. So for them, that is to say you, Fairmont State should be a great place to learn, a great place to work, and a great place to call home. When we talk about a great place to learn, what do I mean? Many of you have heard me talk about my own journey as a college student. I struggled when I first got to college until I found my place. I went to a big university, so finding that was happenstance. But once I found my place, I found my people who would advocate for me every step of the way. I would not be standing here today if not through fortune alone I found my people. But at Fairmont State University, we're not going to rely on luck. We must work every single day to make sure that every student who walks through our doors has what they need to be successful and knows that we have their backs. We should have groundbreaking programs and cutting-edge facilities to implement them. If we're going to fulfill the promise we've made to our students to prepare them for the world, then we must continue to adapt and find ways to grow and innovate. It also means we must find ways to engage students outside the classroom, in our theaters, on our athletic fields, in our residence halls, here in the Falcons Center, and in every corner of campus. We must listen to our students and hear what they love about the world, and then find every way possible to support them. And we must do so in a way that ensures a college education remains accessible and attainable for every student who wants to obtain their degree. Compared to other universities, Fairmont State's programs and our facilities are of tremendous value, and we plan to keep it that way. Our students are a constant reminder of why the work we do every day on this campus is so important. Our students are brilliant and motivated, driven and caring, and some of the most engaged students I have ever seen. I told the first-year class that college students get a bad rap. We hear they're disinterested, self-centered, and only care about themselves. I told them I don't buy it, and I don't care what a bunch of people who aren't invested in their success think about them. And I've challenged students every day to show up and prove the naysayers wrong. I told them all they had to do was show up ready to be challenged and engaged, and we would have their back. And they are showing up. Every time I turn around, there are students asking to be involved and asking to be taken seriously. So every day, we need to find ways to answer that call and truly make Fairmont State a great place to learn. Our students are not the only people on this campus who make us special. Fairmont State must be a great place to work. We cannot serve our students, our community, and the world of higher education if we do not have a faculty and staff who feel they have a purpose and know their work is valuable, who feel they are valued every day. How do we accomplish this? The value of our faculty and staff cannot be measured by compensation alone. However, if we're going to be the best regional public in the state, we must work to make sure salaries reflect that distinction. We also need to demonstrate that we value our employees in other ways. First, by respecting expertise. Every single person who works on our campus has an expertise in the areas they work. That expertise must be respected, and when we need to solve problems on campus, solutions cannot start in my office. They must emerge from the people who are doing the work every day. So we're going to find ways to empower those who work on our campus. If the university is going to make changes, then you should have a say in what those changes look like. You won't always get what you want, but you should always feel like you've had the chance to express your opinion, share your experiences, and be seen and heard. We must also find ways to help people continue to develop. We are an educational institution, and I take the idea of lifelong learning very seriously. I know I will be a better president in 5 years, not only because experience as a great teacher, but also because I've worked hard to build connections around the country with people who I can share ideas with and learn from. It is critical that every single person who works on our campus has the opportunity to grow professionally. This means we must invest in you. We're going to launch several programs to grow capacity of our existing talent, and we're going to invest in making sure that every single one of our employees has what they need to grow professionally and personally. I know this campus is a vital place for our students, faculty, and staff, but they are not the only ones who call this place home. So what does it mean when I say this is a great place to call home? When I set foot on campus back in May during my interview, I got the sense that this university was not just a collection of buildings on a hill, but that this place really matters. It matters to alumni who built lifelong relationships here. It matters to a community that longs for genuine partnerships. It matters to students who need a safe place to learn. And it matters to faculty and staff who want to feel like they are making a difference. Fairmont State University must remain a place that matters. For our alumni, it's our duty to welcome you back often, to carefully steward your gifts to make this a great place, and above all, to listen to you. I have absolutely loved hearing your stories about what mattered to you when you were here. But I've also heard those ways you feel we may have lost those connections with you. We must find a way to make sure our alumni always feel at home on campus. Sure, this means tailgates and alumni reunions, but it also means building partnerships between our current students and their counterparts from previous generations. I know our alumni will jump at the chance, because every time I mention a project we need help with, I'm met with an alumnus saying, whatever you need. It's true when they say, once a Falcon, always a Falcon. And trust me, if you say whatever you need, I will hold you to that. Many of our alumni have remained in the community after graduation. Their presence is a part of what makes the city of Fairmont and surrounding areas such great places to live. But Fairmont State has its part to play too. If we are a public university, we must serve the public. We have to be ready to build a better world together. If we're going to be great, then the community must see us as a resource and a partner they can count on. The great part about a university is that we have resources to impact how a community grows, how a community engages, and how a community sees themselves. We cannot be successful in the community around us unless that community is successful, and vice versa. Universities are interesting places because they are these big, impressive buildings and beautiful grounds, and I've always loved wandering around a college campus and seeing how they're laid out. When I was younger, I would walk around a college campus and imagine what it would be like to be a student there. I thought it would be like to walk from class in different seasons and be part of a community. And then I went through my own seasons, first as a college student, then a faculty member, then a staff member, and now as president. I have learned over the years that a college campus is so much more than its physical attributes. There's a feeling to a college campus too. Each campus has its own sense, and the best ones feel hopeful. They are places where people aren't afraid to dream, where people feel secure enough to share their audacious aspirations. People on the best college campuses believe that their greatest days are yet to come. So I embark on this journey with all of you, and I come back repeatedly to the question we asked to launch our strategic planning process. What kind of society do you want to live in? I want to live in a society that helps people reach their potential. I was a debate coach for 25 years, and part of me will always think of myself as a coach. The thing I loved best about coaching wasn't the winning. Instead, it was guiding people to accomplish things they never dreamed were possible. I want to live in a society where people feel supported. It's amazing what people can accomplish when someone says to them, I know you can do this, or let me show you the way. My greatest mentors saw something in me and pushed me to pursue it. And in the process, they demonstrated an important truth. Support is not represented through blind platitudes, but the honest belief that if someone is willing to put in the work, they can not only achieve their goals, but they can also be greater than they ever imagined. I want to live in a society where we believe tomorrow will be better than today. I know for many people it doesn't feel that way, and I think we have to be at the center of turning that perception around for them. We can become this type of society, but it's going to take all of us working together, students, staff, faculty, alumni, our board of governors, our friends in the legislature, and our community partners. Furthermore, not only can we do it, but as a regional public university in Appalachia, we are uniquely obligated to do it. I know in my heart that the moment for the regional public university is here, and that means Fairmont State's moment is now. We can do things that the giant flagships and private schools with exorbitant tuitions aren't built for. Access to innovation, innovative learning, caring service, quality academic programs, bright people, and some more supportive communities are our cornerstones, and that can only happen at a great place like Fairmont State University. We are founded on a rock-solid mission to serve the public, yet we are nimble and flexible enough to serve the needs of humanity. We've used traditional academic rigor with hands-on learning, so students leave here not just ready for their first job, but for their career. The combination is rare and sorely needed in today's society. Fairmont State will answer the call because we understand this is our moment. Some days I wake up and it's still hard to believe I get to be president at Fairmont State University. I truly love it here, and I love being your president. This is a great place because it's driven by great people. I promise to spend the rest of my career making sure that we seize the moment in front of us and reach our full potential as an institution and as individuals. The future of Fairmont State has never been brighter. Thank you.
Congratulations again to the 27th president of Fairmont State University, Dr. Michael K. Davis. Woohoo! As we conclude today's festivities, I would like to thank all the distinguished guests, family, and friends for joining us. As you are leaving the ceremony, we invite you to join the recessional where you can personally congratulate and have your photo taken with Dr. Davis. Please remain standing until the recessional is complete and the ushers dismiss you by row.